Madam President, I rise to congratulate all of my colleagues for passing a piece of legislation that's going to make the whole country happy. A beautiful place. The Senate passed a bill that I sponsored with my friend, Senator Capito, to name a 2,700-acre parcel of land in Monongalia National Forest after Mrs. Patsye Crites. And I want to thank my colleagues here in the Senate for agreeing to this bill, as well as express my support for the completing a land sale to put this land in the hands of the Forest Service and preserve it for the public in perpetuity. Earlier this year, the Forest Service reached an agreement with John Crites and his family to purchase this spectacular land along the Blackwater River, which we call the Blackwater Canyon. This is what we call Lindsay Point, and it is unbelievable. And the foliage is just burst alive like a kaleidoscope of colors. It's just gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful pieces of property, I think, anywhere in the country. Of course, I'm a little partial on that. You can see just one glimpse behind me within an already popular area for hikers, outdoorsmen from across the country, and down in the valley we have Blackwater River, which is great fishing as far as trout fishing. We enjoy that very much. The purchase agreement for this property will be a huge win for the mountain state and the nation by ensuring people are able to enjoy more of wild and wonderful West Virginia, as well as support our booming tourism economy. Let me take a moment to describe how this agreement and the naming came together. This land was privately owned by John Crites and his family and his wonderful wife of 54 years, Patsy. The entire Crites family have been incredible stewards of this land, and I can think of no better way to honor their work than to name the track after Patsy, who truly loved the outdoors and this remarkable canyon in particular. Unfortunately, Patsy passed away in 2018, but she was an incredible West Virginian and represents some of the best qualities in our mountain state of the great people that we have and what they have to offer. Patsy and John were leaders in responsible forestry and hardwood production in our state for more than 50 years. Unbelievable contribution to the state of West Virginia. Her business acumen, however, never came along with a hard heart. Everyone who ever met Patsy or knew Patsy knew her as gentle, warm, and extraordinarily loving person. Senator Capito and I, the Forest Service, and the local community all agree that this parcel should be named the Patsye Crites Memorial Forest. I cannot think of a more fitting tribute to this exemplary West Virginian. Once again, I want to thank my colleagues for agreeing to pass this bill, and I urge the House to follow our lead. I want to especially thank the Crites family, John and his children and his grandchildren, for making sure that generations to come will be able to visit the Patsye Crites Forest and enjoy it just as she did. Thank you, Madam President, and I yield back my time.